All right, my brothers and sisters of the comic book community. Now, this is a review video of Thor #1. It's about a month late, but hey, Donny Cates, Nick Klein, Matt Wilson. And I also have the Comic Time mystery mail call variant. Okay, so this is a spoiler alert. Now, if you don't want a spoiler, then you should have bought the book. That's all I can tell you. It's been out for over a month now. And if you haven't gotten it by now, chances are it probably wasn't on your list. So, that being said, it starts out, Thor throws his hammer across the 10 realms. It goes through each realm, and while it's traveling through the realms, there's a message with it. And basically it says, everybody's going to be peaceful, or Thor's going to have to come in there and fix it for you, basically. So, the hammer ends up going through all the realms, the dark elves, the frost giants, all of these realms see it, they hear the message, and it goes down to Earth, and the Avengers are fighting some kind of monster, and the hammer goes through his face. It ends the monster's day. It lands on the ground next to Iron Man and Captain America. And Iron Man's like, hey, you got a Sharpie? And he signs it. And he says, good luck with your retirement. So, Thor, he's up in Asgard, and he reaches for his hammer. It comes back to him, and he sees the message. Doesn't really say anything. And, Thor is used to being a god, and now he's the king of Asgard. So he's kind of, contemplating the differences, and he's like, well, when I was a god, I could do all kinds of stuff. Now that I'm a king, I got to stay here, and he wants to be in the action, man. He doesn't want to just sit on a throne. So, Loki shows up, and Loki's telling him, oh, you're nervous. You got to go out there and talk to the people and everything. And he's like, Thor's like, please, I've talked to these people of Asgard plenty of times. And Loki's like, all right, yeah, but, you either, told people that you were going to kill them, and you did, or gave them an ultimatum of some sort. So, Thor throws the hammer at Loki's face, and it stops like this far from his face. And Loki's like, how are you doing this? And he's like, oh, well, when I became the king, that came with a couple new powers. So, Thor's juiced up. Now, he's got all these people out there ready to hear him come speak to him. Loki's like, look, man, you got to give these people inspiration. You can't go out there being Thor. You got to go out there being king. So, right about that time, after Thor did that with the hammer and everything and told him, don't you ever come to Asgard again without being announced, because, Loki's the king of the frost giants. So, anyway, right about that time, a big crash happens. And lo and behold, it's Galactus. And Galactus falls, and he, crushes 100 people. So, Thor's like, what the hell's going on? So he goes out there, and Galactus is like, the Black Winter's coming, and you're the only one that I could go to. And he's all beat up. Looks like he's missing an arm on one side. And then he just passes out. So Thor sends his birds off. He's got, I think Sif or something like that is the name of one of the birds. He sends all of them off and has them go bring back all the heralds of Galactus. So they're all sitting around the table, and the last one that shows up is Norrin Radd, Silver Surfer. And they're sitting around at the table, and Thor's like, all right, tell me what's going on. So Norrin Radd says, well, you know, Galactus has beaten the Black Winter twice. Once when he was Galen, and the other just now, he just escaped. So after that, he tells him, he says, you know, the only way that Galactus might be able to beat them again is he has to recharge his energy, because he's a devourer of planets. So he, you know, shows this little map with his hands, and he goes, you know, these few planets here, there's like 4 or 5 planets. He's like, I've been hiding these from Galactus forever. If Galactus ever devoured any of these planets, he would have a tremendous amount of power, like you've never seen before. So they make a plan. Thor's like, okay, you know, let's go wake Galactus. So they wake Galactus up, and Thor's got a whole battalion with him. He's got all the heralds of Galactus with him. They wake him up, and they're like, all right, well, we're going to go with you and everything. And then Galactus is like, no. And they're like, well, what do you mean? And he's like, you know, everybody sees the Black Winter different. All I see is an emptiness, a void, a cosmic void, because I'm a cosmic being. He said, and I've seen my death twice. And it's Thor is the cause of my death. So all of a sudden, he zaps the hell out of Thor, right? And he's like, you know, we're going to go do this, but you're going to lead us. And, you know, I'm giving you more power. So Thor gets juiced up a second time. So you know Thor is bad as hell now. And so, you know, Galactus is like, look, Thor, you know, we're going to go do this. And if we come out of this, me and you are going to have a talk after this. Because now you are the herald of thunder. And that's how the book ends. So I thought for a first book, this thing was fantastic. I give it a 10 out of 10. And I have the second book. I'm going to read that soon. And hopefully Donny Cates, you know, Donny Cates has been killing this cosmic stuff. So I look forward to this, man. I think this is going to be one of those runs that, you know, people are going to be wanting to get. Like the first 25 books of Immortal Hulk. I think they're going to be wanting to get this run too. So if you like this review, hit that like button. Hit the notification bell so you know when my next video drops. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, share the video. Any thoughts on this book, leave it down in the comments below. And I'll see you on the next one. Later.